Greetings, my name is Robin Leeson and I'm your new instructional designer here at Seattle Central College. I started as an instructional designer in 2010 while working on my master's in adult education. I started with the Department of Veterans Affairs. While there, I helped subject matter experts from across the facility on a huge variety of topics. One of the first courses I built was actually on how to properly draw and label blood. I can tell you my English degree didn't really do a lot to help me get to that. But it was a really useful experience for me and a really valuable one, because I've taught some of these courses and because I've helped build others on such a wide variety of topics. It really helped me to kind of build a lot of those background skills that I found are transferring over very nicely. So, being able to work with faculty, with subject matter experts from all across the college's different programs, its different needs. I got kind of a much more intense version of that training before moving to the community college system, which I did in 2013. And I've been in the college system ever since, initially in Asheville, North Carolina in the Appalachian Mountains, and then here in Washington State. I think what I love most about being an instructional designer is the impact that I can make. Can feel a little bit like a pat answer. For a lot of folks who go into education, it's impact, it's the change that we can make that's our reward. And it is definitely true for me as well. And I think what I love about it most in my role is just the width of that impact. I've taught courses before. There are certainly times where I miss it. But I think, working with 30 to 100 students per quarter, while an incredibly rewarding experience and one that I highly value, as an instructional designer, instead I'm working with several instructors, and so that impact is really getting transferred out to a much wider population. And I find that's a real reward for me, is being able to work with folks and make sure that, not just in my own classes, but in all of our classes, that our classes are student focused, that they're engaging, that students are really benefiting from those classes and getting everything they can out of it. So yeah, I think that's what I love the most. What am I most excited for? For me, it's the new challenge that comes with being an instructional designer in a city this large. Asheville was a much smaller town, not super rural, but considerably smaller than Seattle. And then Olympia before that was about the same size. So, I think different populations of students are going to come with their own unique needs. They're going to come with their own challenges. And so for me, actually working for a school here in the city, it's very different than what I'm used to. As compared to working with students who are living across the mountains of North Carolina, really, and even into Tennessee. It's significantly different than students who are really living and working here in the city of Seattle. So that's going to come with its own challenges that I'm really looking forward to. What else should you know about me? I do use they, them, their pronouns. I am non-binary. If you're someone who you found that you're struggling a little bit with they, them pronouns, you've had students request it, but it's a difficult thing for you to overcome, that instinct not to use them in a singular fashion, come down with me and let's talk. Practice on me. My feelings aren't going to be hurt if you slip up. And it's a good way to kind of get yourself comfortable using that so that you're ready for students who do request alternative pronouns. Other things to know about me: I live with my husband and our 14-year-old cat, who I cut out of a wall when he was about a week old, and I've had him ever since. The cat, not the husband. The story about the cat is much more involved, so come by and I'll be sure to tell you all about it. Otherwise, I'm really looking forward to working with everybody and working with the Seattle Central College faculty and staff. And yeah, I'm excited, and I hope you are too. It's nice to meet you.